anyone that is new, my name is Kira, and to anyone who is returning, hello again. Thank you for coming back. Well, I thought we would... Oh, this is a bit of a janky match, you see. Maybe you can't see. Some of its head is missing the spark. Aren't we all sometimes missing the spark in our heads? Yesterday I was incredibly missing the spark in my head. Well, I'll tell you about that in a moment. Oh, pretty. But I thought, we could have some coffee together. And I would do a bit of, mic brushing on your sweet ears. I think I can hear someone doing some drilling or possibly hoovering in one of the adjacent apartments. And hopefully I can edit that out. And if not, then I apologize. And I promise I'll go hunt that person down later. And, I shan't say what I'll do because I don't want to have that recorded. Okay, just kidding. I'm really not that aggressive. Okay, let's light the little candle here. No, okay. Oh no, it went in here. That wasn't clever. Bollocks. No, I'm still drinking it. I think I got them out. Alright, if not, then I'll have sulfur in my system. Don't judge me. I do sometimes put the spent matches here. Okay, you can judge me. Yay. Now. Oh. Bits and pieces in my coffee from the matches. That's good. So for anyone who doesn't know, I am currently endeavoring to upload a video every day on this channel. Well, I say this channel. Perhaps I should remove that qualification because the day before yesterday, in fact, the video I put up was on my other channel. But I permitted it because I thought that still counts. And what I'm enjoying about putting up a video every day is that it's making me a bit less precious about what I upload. And I don't mean that to say that I don't make effort, but that I perhaps just am mentally applying less pressure to each video. Yeah, I think that's how I would describe it. My reason for putting up a video every day at the moment is that I'm endeavoring to reach 1,000 subscribers. And I thought, you know what? I'm really close. I'm gonna just upload a video every day until I do that. Oh, you can't see this, but you'll see it in a moment. I'm gonna inlay another video, because I got these new vases in the charity shop the other day. I'm gonna include them in a haul that I will upload on my other channel. They were £3 each, these vases were, and they're copper, and I love copper. Love it. And so I had these lovely copper vases, and then later on I went to Morrison's, which is a supermarket here in Edinburgh and throughout the UK. I'm Irish, by the way, but I live in Scotland. And I saw these two bunches of flowers, or bouquets of flowers, that were reduced to 30p each. One was lily, and the other is freesia. And I'm looking at them right now. I have one bouquet in front of me, and oh my giddy aunt, it's just so beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful bouquet of flowers I've ever seen. So, I wanted to include that so you could see which flowers are keeping me company as I speak to you. Coffee time, coffee time. The other day, I uploaded a video where I was just rambling, much akin to this, and I asked for video suggestions, and I received some really good ones. All of them were good, and not that I say all of them were good, there's no good or bad. All of them were really appreciated is kind of what I'm trying to say. And I just wanted to thank you for that. I loved it. It's just so cool for people to I don't know, have their input, want to have an input on my creative endeavor. Feels really nice. And also, it's really nice that anyone is remotely interested in just hearing me ramble. was a, what did I call it? What did I say about the match? I said it was missing some spark on its head. Something along those lines. Well, I mentioned that that was me yesterday. On my days, I don't know what it was. I just had nothing in me to give. I did manage to upload a video though, but I was just checked out the whole day. It's most unpleasant, but I will say that over the years I've gotten a lot better at not fighting myself when I'm feeling that way. I mean, you kind of have to fight it a little bit. Like, I made myself get out for a walk, but it took me hours to get out. But I didn't really castigate myself about it, so that's progress. I've heard it described as the second arrow. Can you hear the train going by? I know I always mention the train when it goes by. I think I mention it in each video, and it's because I think, if someone's new, they might be like, what in the living hell is going on? Although it's very train-like, to be fair. Actually, and I know I'm on a tangent here, and I'll find my way back, but actually I'm planning to put together a sort of a meditation for sleep, because I had a sensation of, not a sensation, what shall we say? I had okay, we'll just go with sensation. No, there's a different word. What is it? I'll come back to that word. We're just gonna go with sensation. I had a sensation of of sleep being like a train that it's unstoppable in its progress forward, in the sense that when you're lying there and you can't sleep, and you think, I'm never ever gonna sleep. We've all been there. It's horrendous, really. Especially if you have to get up at a certain time and you're stressed and stressed and stressed. But, the thing is that it does always come. And I do know that some people have really bad insomnia. And that is just hideous. I suppose, medical grade insomnia. I don't mean to laugh at it, I'm laughing at my description of calling it medical grade. And, that's something I suppose I have just no experience of, thankfully. But for most people, really all of us, sleep does come eventually. And if you're in a hurry somewhere and your train is late, obviously sometimes you have to call people and let them know you'll be late and make other arrangements or what have you. But by and large, standing there, stressing train doesn't help in the least. Not in the least. And I thought the same was very true of sleep. You know? So I'll work on that this week. A little bit of a sort of giving in kind of meditation-y ponderment. But back to the thing from which I tangented. Oh, the train is, I can hear that it's sort of just, I can hear that it's sort of stalled. It must be waiting on the tracks. But, back to my original point, the second arrow. I'm not a Buddhist, but, it is something it is a belief system I could get behind, I think, but I really don't know all the tenets of it. Or maybe I should. I think humans need belief systems, really. Possibly. Some of us, anyway. Well, of course, we all really have belief systems, don't we? But, God, I love how pretty this is. Do you see that? I'm sorry, I can't get this in focus, though, because the focus on my camera, she's not playing along. Sorry. Anyway, in Buddhism, just don't quote me on any of this, but they have what's called a second arrow, and it's sort of secondary to your main suffering, and it kind of actually, I think, worsens the suffering. So a good example for yesterday is my suffering was feeling like I could not get outside, I couldn't do things, I just was really mentally, I don't know what it was, it's either like completely mentally overwhelmed or I don't know. Side note, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, but I don't have a diagnosis of it, but I do have a therapist right now. I won't have her for much longer, unfortunately, but she references ADHD a lot and says that it's often caused by low dopamine, which is the wee hormone that kind of motivates. And anyway, it helps me to think in those terms because I guess that's what it felt like. I just felt drained of dopamine or life force or spark in my head. Anyway, that's unpleasant, isn't it? It's rather unpleasant to take, hours to get out of the house, and well, this is something I don't like admitting, but I'm going to be honest about it. it's not a huge deal or anything, and I think it's very common, but I really dislike it, which is that I find myself just zoning out and like just watching and watching and watching things on YouTube. It's not even like watching films or TV shows. I mean, that would be its own version of zoning out too, but it's even like a step beyond that. Because it's like I'm not allowing myself to actually just watch something. So I'm almost doing it in a sort of a stolen time sort of way. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, that's the initial suffering, you know? It's not fun. But then, and so we could call that the first arrow. You know, like you're shot with the first arrow, it hurts. I like that just perched there, that's cute. Hang on, let me have some coffee. And then the second arrow would be, and I used to experience this a lot, the second arrow would be telling myself that I am bad for not being able to be productive and for not being happy and for not, for not making the most of my day and for not carpe diem-ing. And I used to do that a lot to myself. I would shoot myself with a second arrow a lot. And I still do on various subjects, but on the subject of those days where I just can't. I'm getting better at just letting it be. And really, I think I was just really tired. And then I had a lot of coffee. Well, not a lot of coffee. It really wasn't that much, but evidently it was more than my body wanted just then. So I was sort of like tired but strung out. Sigh. But I'm really working on my habits. I mentioned a little while ago that I was seeing an occupational therapist at the moment, and it's through a government-run program. So I get 8 sessions. I've had 6, so I have another 2 to go. And she has helped me greatly. Maybe I'll try to do a video. I'm gonna use a word I hate. parsing. Is that even correctly used? I'll do a video parsing what I know, or what she has taught me, into a video. I dislike the word parsing because it reminds me it's like in the same vein as unpacking. You know, these videos that sort of no, sorry, not videos, these words that get overused by certain types of people. You know what would be good is if I had a brush or something, something that kind of basically had a brushy or spoolie or bristly mechanism on both ends. So there could be a rowing effect. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Does anyone know what I mean? Do I know what I mean? I do know what I mean. So that's something. I think I'm giving more attention to this ear because I'm right-handed, so it's easier. But I must try to not forget this ear. I must also not forget my coffee. No, sorry, Bob. In another of my little rambly videos, I'm gonna do a video scratching on these placemats. Because they're really nicely textured. This candle smells lovely. It's mango. It's wafting up through the little candle holder terrarium type affair. Oh god, it's not centered though. There we go. More or less. Now it's not centered in the video. Okay, now I have to let that go. Yeah, I'll try and do a video more about the occupational therapy. But to be honest, it's nothing that you probably don't know. It really is more about spending the time and having someone help you through moments of figuring out what habits you're trying to work on and what you're trying to let go of. Probably the main thing I learned with her is that you have to build habits slowly, and that it simply takes time. Okay, my fridge has just clicked on, and I really need to go anyway, so I'm going to go. Well, I don't need to go, but I'm going to go. Because I want to do some gardening today, and that's what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of reading first. Let me show you my book. I have it here so that I can show you. Oh wait, I have to do this. The girl who kicked the hornet's nest. I was going to say I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but was speaking to my brother the other day, and he's a lot younger than I am. And he hadn't heard of these. Well, actually, it wasn't the other day, it was a few months ago, but anyway. But of course, the famous film is the girl with the dragon tattoo. And that randomly came up on Netflix a little while ago, and I rewatched the film and remembered how much I loved it. And I was then disappointed to remember that they didn't make subsequent films with the same cast. And so I turned to the books. I've only ever read the first one. Well, I've now read the second one, and this is the third one. So, I'm gonna go read this now. And I shall bid you adieu. Your likes are very much appreciated, of course. I mean, just your ears, also just you being here is lovely. But if you could click like, that would be super. If you'd like to leave a wee comment and you don't know what to say, then you could leave a little emoji. And I think a very fitting emoji would be a paintbrush. What do you think? I'm always so amused when I see the emojis pop up. It's so cute. On my circle time the other day, I suggested eggs as the emoji, and I was very thrilled to see eggs arrive. I literally laughed out loud. I say literally because I never write lol unless, I mean, I actually don't ever write lol, but and the reason I don't is because I always think I'm just too literal. Because I think, wait, did you actually just laugh out loud? But most people write lol to indicate that they find something amused, but my literal brain is like, wait, so did you laugh out loud, really? Oh, I can hear someone's washing machine going. Okay, well, I think it's time that I go as well. I'm sorry about the washing machine sound. It's Saturday morning, and it seems everyone is out and are up and doing housework and moving around. Oh, that's very annoying. I'm so sorry. Okay. Goodbye and adieu, and see you tomorrow.